And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Richter, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
I wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. I hope it's freaky in a good way. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Freaky Friday. Like I said, a fantastic Freaky Friday. You know what I'm saying? We all deserve it. Thank you, baby Jesus, that it is Friday up in this piece, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very happy about that. I don't know about you, but I am definitely happy that it's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a crazy week. All right. And for those of y'all who are going, wait a second, I thought Pascal was not doing a show this morning. Well, surprise. I like the element of surprise. No, that's a lie. I was going to do a show last night, but I got too busy with a bunch of stuff. Next thing you know, I'm going, oh, my God. I look up and it's showtime. And I'm like, OK, I don't have time to set up anything, get anything ready, get things going. So I was like, you know what? All right. Given the fact that I'm not on tonight, I'll make it up with a short show this morning. Like I said, I'm squeezing this into a very, very busy day. So we only have one solid hour as of now. And we're going to knock this bad boy out. We got a couple things that we're going to be talking about, some updates about stuff that's going on in Haiti, some footage to take a look at, which is very, very interesting. We got this first African-American to win a spelling bee. Yeah! Black Girl Magic. We got that story for you guys today, too. And, of course, a smattering of other things. But the fellas are in the house. D and T. David and T are in the house. What guam, man?
Yeah. Everything's good here. It's a hi to everyone in chat. I know we can talk about the weather a lot, but it's already hot here. It's like 85 already. I think summer's here now. I'm not really looking forward to it, but got to go out there and repaint my deck anyway today, so that'll be fun.
Oh, things to do. Things to do.
Yes, I think it's supposed to hit 110 today.
Whoa.
Too much. Oh, damn, bro.
Too much.
Nah, I ain't painting nothing. As soon as that paintbrush gets out of the pan, the can, it's gonna be dry. So you better be careful, man. Shoot, you better hydrate or you better paint in the shade, baby. All right. Wait till the sun goes down, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying?
See the paint. I tried that before. It doesn't work.
I'm not saying like nighttime, yo. I ain't talking about nighttime. I'm just talking about like when the sun's about to go down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it's not as hot. Or do it first thing in the morning, right? As the sun is coming up. But we don't want to do that because we are lazy. We don't want to do that. So do it when the sun is going down, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Or take a very cold shower and then go and start painting. You know what I'm saying?
I did spray my dogs down so they'd cool off yesterday, and within 5 minutes they were dry. It was pretty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man. First off, real quick, I just wanted to say a shout out to somebody we haven't seen in the chat in a very, very long time. Hippie Buddha allegedly is in the chat room today. Good morning, man. We missed your ass. Hopefully you're doing very well. Seriously, it's nice to see your name and your words and your presence in the chat. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anyway, T, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good. Good morning. Good morning, everybody in the chat. It's Friday already. For me, it was a fast week. A lot of stuff going on in the news, but it was really fast for me. I'm looking forward to the weekend to relax and Tomorrow I'm going to go out and celebrate with my cousin who finished high school recently, and we have her going away party for college tomorrow, so I'm happy for her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we can succeed is always a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's great. But yeah, Hippie Buddha, I'm glad you're in one piece and safe, by the way. I'm just reading the comments here. And good morning to everyone else. Of course, you guys are not, excluded in the good mornings. Okay, good morning to everybody. Nur, Chris CCC, A-Ladies 747, and everybody else that's starting to file in, because I know I said that I wasn't going to be on today, but I am. Because I'm trying to make it up for last night. I am sorry. I know some of y'all were waiting for it, and it did not happen. So I apologize, and this is me being here trying to make up for a lost show. So anyway, we work hard out here in these streets. We got to jump into our stories of the day, as always. All right, we got some information about the stuff that's going on in Haiti. As you already know, the president, Jovenel Moïse, has been assassinated a few days ago. And now there's just been more and more information that just keeps funneling through. Okay, so we're kind of going to be walking through this together because there's still some information that's not entirely, like I said, we're still just gathering bits and pieces and trying to put pieces of this puzzle together to get some sort of picture. All right. Some semblance of a solid, cohesive, linear timeline of everything. But one of the things that we do have is now, if I'm correct, T, this video right here is what exactly? That you just sent me.
Yeah, this video is the capturing of the suspects who are still alive, of course.
Okay, so these men right here are still alive, right?
Yeah, so there's two Haitian Americans, and I think there were 26 Colombian nationals.
Woo, 26, y'all. Yeah, I saw that in a news article. I'm like, 26. Yeah. Like I said, woo, we gonna talk about this, but I want to show you guys this clip. These are this is just a lineup, some footage of the mercenaries, I guess. The assassins / mercenaries. Let's take a look at this. This is fascinating.
In Haiti, a group of handcuffed men were paraded before the media on Thursday. Suspects, police said, in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse. Authorities called them a commando unit, trained and heavily armed, and said they were all foreigners, including 26 Colombians and 2 Haitian Americans. Also on display, assault rifles, machetes, bolt cutters, and Colombian passports. Police held the press event following a raid on a house near the scene of the crime. They said 3 suspects have been killed, with 8 still on the run. Moïse was fatally shot at his home Wednesday, a massive blow for a country already struggling with crushing poverty, political chaos, and gang violence. Colombia's defense minister said there was preliminary evidence that the Colombian suspects were retired military.
The national government, our police and army have given instructions for immediate collaboration. The complete cooperation of our forces is with our fellow Republic of Haiti.
Authorities have identified the American suspects, but the U.S. State Department has not confirmed they are citizens. Haiti's police claim the local community helped track down the suspected killers, but have called for residents not to take justice into their own hands after a violent crowd gathered at the Port-au-Prince police station where the suspects were being held. President Moïse had faced mass protests against his rule, accused of corruption and refusing to let go of power.
So we already know all this, right? We already know this last half, but I just want to go back and show you guys at least a little bit of these gentlemen, these men that were involved with, allegedly, let's just say, involved in the assassination of Haiti's president. I mean, as you can see here, unbelievable, right?
And I got something that
Go ahead.
news articles haven't been mentioning for some reason. Okay, so one of the things the assassins did right after the assassination is that they moved to the to the Taiwanese embassy, and they raided the embassy, which is where they were arrested. And this report comes from the Taiwan's foreign ministry. They're not sure why, but it seems likely that they had a second operation that they intended to pull through in the Taiwanese embassy. And I'm not sure if this is related, because I did mention this just yesterday, that Haiti does have a plan, or at least Moise had a plan to pay China for several battleships, or not battleships, destroyers. And so that's kind of interesting to me that I thought that deal might be related to this. And at the same time, which I didn't know at the time, they ended up raiding Taiwan's embassy, which is kind of absurd and weird. Like, why would they invade Taiwan's embassy? Taiwan has nothing to do with Haiti, really. So it just seems strange to me. And I think that it could be related possibly to whatever conspiracy caused this in the first place.
Yeah, man. T, what are your thoughts real quick?
Yeah, it's a cluster F things going on here.
For lack of a better term, yes.
It's weird. I mean, you have up to 39 assailants or mercenaries here on a mission, or like David said, maybe several missions for hire. So it's a lot to be untangled right here. This is a huge international entanglement.
Okay, Jada Pinkett. Okay. Yes, it is a huge international cluster F. It's a WTF. What's going on? Scratching my head. You're looking at it sideways. It's a very strange situation. But what's funny is I had a conversation with my cousin last night, and we talked about this whole thing. And one of the things that I thought was interesting that he brought up is he said there's a theory out there, and I'm going to put the theory out there. Because, my cousin grew up in Haiti, lived there most of his life. So he knows a little bit more about the politics more than I do, right? So apparently he's saying that there's a theory that's floating around that obviously, yes, this is an inside job. But one of the theories is that this has to do with the higher ups. Right. So there are the 1%ers in Haiti. Right. That are obviously the powerful, the rich, etc. They run huge corporations, or at least, corporations that are, that are affiliates in Haiti. Right. And they said that, or the theory is that the higher ups, like there's only 5 main families that are in the 1%er. The 1% in Haiti, right? Because it's Haiti. Let's be real. It's the gap is very, very big, okay, between the 1%ers and, the haves and the have-nots, okay? So there's a theory that the 1%ers had a problem with Moise and the fact that how corrupt he was becoming, how he wasn't willing to do to be reelected within an election process. The fact that he was just saying, I am the captain now, and I'm going to run this country the way I want to run it. So there's this theory that the higher ups, because, we're all sitting here going, because at first they said 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assassins. Now we got 26, y'all. 26. That's a whole lot of people. That's a whole lot of money. That's a whole lot of money being spent. And that ain't coming from the Haitian people. That ain't coming from the people of Haiti. No way. There's no way. Okay? No way at all. So, 26, it went from 6 to 26. Y'all saw that lineup. Y'all saw that lineup. And it was from different, some were Colombian, some were Haitian American. It was a mixture of different things. Nobody's going to sit here and say that a mercenary is going to be bought by some person in Haiti that's like struggling to find food. Okay? Not a chance. So when you have 26, that's a very deep number. That's a very expensive number. All right. When you think about the amount, I don't even know how much mercenaries go. I mean, but they ain't getting paid $100. You see what I'm saying? So the theory is that the 1%ers, the 5 families, wanted to get rid of Moise. And the only way that they could get rid of him is by taking his life. The fact that they had to use 26 men to come in and get the job done is crazy to me. There are theories in my mind, though, too, that what if some of those mercenaries were working for Moise, that they were working security for Moise, and then suddenly they just walked away? You know what I'm saying? As soon as the mercenaries come in, going, we're about to do this, so on and so forth, they just put down their guns and go, 10-4, we'll see you later. Get the job done. He's sleeping. He's right up there. Just a thought. Because like I said, bodyguards, security, you know, it's like Secret Service wasn't doing anything. They just laid down their guns. No casualties when it came to security. Just a thought. So these are the theories that are floating around. Before, we heard in the very beginning, a couple days ago, when we broke this story, you know, only on the Pascal Show. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shameless plug. You know, we got to do what we got to do out here in these streets. But we broke this story. And when we broke this story, there was only 6 men. And now it's 26. So something most definitely in the inside is going down. Now there's some other information that David's got as well. There are 2 people, 2 men that are claiming that they are prime minister right now in Haiti. I'm not kidding you guys. This is not a farce. This is not a political satire. This is a true story. 2 men are claiming that they are prime minister. One of them is claiming that he is the interim president right now. He is saying he's running this country. The other one's going, no. Wait a second. What about me over here? I'm the prime minister. This is all going on in Haiti right now. David, please expand on that.
Yeah, so like you were saying, there's basically 2 people claiming to be prime minister. And the conflict basically comes from the interim prime minister, Claude Joseph. He is technically the next one in charge after the previous prime minister. So he's basically like the vice prime minister, if you want to call it that, which isn't what they call it, but it gets the idea across. So technically he's the one that's supposed to be in charge. However, before Moise was killed, he did name Ariel Henry as the next prime minister on Tuesday, just before his death. So now both of them are claiming the title, and both of them have been having press releases and interviews with the press, both claiming to be the prime minister and trying to set up the government through themselves. Joseph was the leader who announced Moise's death. He told the New York Times on Wednesday that he was in charge of Haiti's government. He declared a state of siege, which is basically martial law. And he later on had an interview with the Associated Press where he said he was that Ariel Henry, the other one, was designated as prime minister, but was never took office and was never confirmed for office, or the equivalent of confirmation. He goes on to say that I was the one who was the prime minister who was in office. This is what the law and the Constitution says. However, Ariel Henry contradicted what Joseph said in his own interview with AP, saying that it's an exceptional situation and that there's a bit of confusion. I am the prime minister in office. And that was Ariel Henry, again, to be clear. Mm-hmm. And went on to Henry also gave an interview with Haitian newspaper Le Nouveauiste, and added that he claimed to be the rightful leader and urged a consensus to be reached, and said that he did not want to throw oil on the fire. Henry also gave a press conference on Thursday, and Helen Lalime, the United Nations Special Envoy to Haiti, backed Joseph as the prime minister and said he is the right to executive power per Article 149 of Haiti's Constitution. And so they're getting the international support from, so basically Claude Joseph is the one that has the international support to become president, or prime minister. He's the one that is legally next in line. However, he is not the one that was appointed by the previous prime minister to be the following one. And so there's contention over that. It seems like, as far as international law is concerned, Claude Joseph is the leader, but it's not as unanimous within Haiti itself. So there is dispute within the country itself, which is obviously the one that should be deciding who their prime minister is, not the international community. But that's the situation right now. So we have two people, both with a obvious line to say why they should be prime minister, but with no strong clarity on which path is more legal. So the Constitution dictates that he's the follow-up. However, there was already a follow-up intended, just not confirmed. So that's where the argument's coming from. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be resolved by the courts, because they are both currently claiming to be the prime executive in charge of Haiti.
I mean, and see, that's the thing, because they need to make sure that they get something clear, right? So that there isn't any more turmoil going on inside, right? If you got somebody who is sitting there going, oh, no, I'm the prime minister. No, I'm the prime minister. They need to figure this whole thing out before things get really, really messy and really, really jacked up. Real quick, welcome to the family. Thank you so much, Stacy Everson. Thank you so much for joining the Pascal Show membership. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And then, of course, thank you for the $5 super chat from Red Sings the Blues. I do have some information here, which I'll tell you guys here in a second for sure. But yes, this whole prime minister situation is extremely confusing and very frustrating, because this is not the time for more confusion. This is not the time for misinformation to be flying around, especially when people are sitting here scratching their heads going, so who's leading our country? Who's making sure that things are being taken care of and that this country is being safe and the country is safe? Or are we in upheaval? Is this country going down in the barrel of burning cat piss? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I said that. Y'all didn't catch that. But anyway, that should be a t-shirt. Anyway, why are they being so disorganized when it comes to this? Now, I know that Moise appointed a prime minister 2 days before he died. 2 days. Does that count or no? Because if you really think about it, if he's technically not supposed to be the president, does his announcement of this new prime minister even count? Does that make sense? Is he out of bounds? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, go ahead, David.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it is a strange situation, because Moise was already criticized for not having his elections and for staying in office 4 months past his the end of his term. So, yeah, I mean, I think that could be part of it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if it... Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of conspiracy theory-ish that, 2 days before he was killed,
Word.
He had a new prime minister that he appointed. So it is kind of weird,
Hella weird.
Hella weird.
Hella weird. You know what I'm saying? Hella weird. The whole situation is very confusing, very frustrating, because, of course, we all just want to know the Haitian people, the people of Haiti. The Haitian people just want to know who the leader is for now, so that they can figure out what they need to do to get their lives, to get the country back up on its feet again. This assassination is a huge smear. It's a huge slap in the face for Haiti, period. Regardless if this guy was a tyrant or if he was, corrupt, it's still not a good look for the Haitian people. And that's what's so frustrating about this. Then you have, on top of that, two people going, I'm the prime minister. It shows it shows lack of order. And that's really sad. You know, it's like going to a party, or you're going to a gig, you know, you're going to that live event and you think you're the only one performing. You think you're the headliner, only to find out that there's two people who think that they're the headliners at that event. I've seen that happen before. You know what I mean? It's just like very disorganized, out of order buffoonery. And it's happening in Haiti. And that's the last thing Haiti needs, is to look like a buffoon. Real talk. You know? So, anyway, moving on, we got to jump into the next story, unfortunately, because we don't have a whole lot of time. Like I said, we're going to try to give you guys everything we can today in 1 hour. We'll see if we can actually accomplish that. We'll see. We'll see. If we can do it, I'll be proud. All right? Because we all long-winded as out here. Anyway, it wouldn't be the Pascal Show if it wasn't long-winded. Anyway, I wanted to say a big congratulations to Zyla Avant-Garde for making history as the first African-American to win a spelling bee, y'all. Yes! She is 14 years old. Zyla Avant-Garde. By the way, I love that last name. I'm going to be real. I love this last name. Like, I wish I had this last name. All right?
Fancy.
It's fancy and it's avant-garde. How on the nose is that? Anyway, Zyla Avant-Garde understood the significance of what she was doing as she stood on the Scripps National Spelling Bee stage, peppering pronouncer Jacques Bailey with questions about Greek and Latin roots. So Zyla knew she would be the first African-American winner of the bee. She knew black kids around the country were watching Thursday night's ESPN2 telecast, waiting to be inspired and hoping to follow in the footsteps of someone who looked like them. She even thought of Magnolia Cox, who in 1936 became the first black finalist at the bee and wasn't allowed to stay in the same hotel as the rest of her spellers. But she never let the moment become too big for her. And when she heard what turned out to be her winning word, which was Mariah, a genus of tropic, Asiatic, and Australian trees, she beamed with confidence that ish was over. So she says, I was pretty relaxed on the subject of Mariah, and pretty much any word I got, Zyla said. The previous black champion, who is also the only international winner, Jody Ann Maxwell of Jamaica in 1998. The bee, however, has still been a showcase for spellers of color over the past 2 decades, with kids of South Asian descent dominating the competition. Zyla's win breaks a streak of at least one Indian American champion every year since 2008. So I just wanted to do this real quick. You know what I mean? That's how you spell Zyla. That's how you spell Zyla Avant-Garde. I appreciate you doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? All this for the culture and then some. I mean, shoot, you know, she's doing it because she loves to spell. Let's be real. She just happens to be doing it for the culture at the same damn time. But at the same time, I'm very excited to hear this story because you were just saying, T, before we got the show started that and in that article as well, they're saying that most of the people that have won have been of Asian descent, right?
Yes. Asian, Indian descent. Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any information on the other words that she spelled? I'm curious.
You know, that's a very good question.
Yeah, I got something. Let me bring it back up.
Yeah.
He does. I can't pull that screen up anymore right now.
It's all good.
Y'all in the way now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready for a word, David. Give me a word.
Oh, come on. Oh, are you serious? Okay. Let's try it.
Querimonious was one of them.
Querimonious?
Harmonious. All right, hold on. Eyes closed.
Wait, hold
Q-
up. Can you put it in a sentence? Because that's usually what they ask, right? Can you put it in could you put it in a sentence, please? So
Give me the origin of the word, please.
Haiti is very ceremonious right now. Ceremonious.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, ready? QUIERIMONIOUS.
Hold up.
Yeah, one more time. I think you got it.
Are you serious? That sounds like he spelled that wrong like a mug. Go ahead.
All right,
Go on ahead.
All right, hold on. QUIERIMONIOUS.
Close,
Hold up. Say it again. What's the word again?
Ceremonious.
QUA.
No, not A. It's I, right?
I'm spelling right now. I'm spelling right now.
Go ahead.
Why are you interrupting me? I let you have your moment to spell, damn it. See, I would go straight gangster. Like, if I was Zyla, I'd be going straight gangster on your ass right now. I'd be like, bruh.
See what happens? Stereotypes, man.
I'm supposed to be. I am the captain now. This is my... Let me do this. All right. Where was it? What was it again? Damn it.
Ceremonious.
Ceremonious. QUARIMONIUS.
That's the closest yet. You guys keep getting the first vowel wrong. That's what it is. But other than that, you got it.
Quare. QUE?
Yeah.
QUERIMONIUS. Oh my God. I would have died. I would have died. Okay? I would have died.
I don't know what these words mean, but she got two more that were solidungulate and nepeta.
Kazumta.
Yeah.
Did you just sneeze? What did you just say? Say that word. Say the first word again. What the hell? What?
Solidungulate. It's an animal that has hooves, I think. I think that's what it means.
So, wait. Say the word one more time.
Solidungulate.
Wait, you don't have to put on an accent, bruh. Like, why did you? Did you see what he just did? You put on an accent, bruh. Like, like what? Why, bro? Why? Okay.
That's how it's pronounced. I can't help it.
Say it one more time for us, for all of us in the newest bleed seats, real quick.
Solidungulate.
Solidungulate.
Ungulate.
I'm done. I can't do it. Solid ungulate. Okay.
Yeah.
SOLID. Solid. ONGULATE. Solid ungulate.
Almost. You almost had it. One letter off. One letter off.
Dag nabbit. Oh, see, and this is when I get kicked out. No, I'm just kidding. They don't want me to spell no more. I was off by what word? By what? One
letter. You said SOLIDO. It's SOLIDU, but you had the rest right.
See. Okay. See, CT. That's how you drive, bruh. One letter off. One. How about you,
the
bruh?
last one was nepeta. I don't know what that means, but it should be easier.
Go ahead, T.
Go
ahead.
All right, nepeta. Is that NEPETA?
Yeah.
You gave him the easy one, though.
Yeah. What was the last
I got Sunday underlate. You know what I'm saying? He got freaking. What was that? Geppetto? What was it?
Nutella.
Nutella. That's not fair, bro. Anyway.
It's a type of plant named after Nepete, which was an ancient city, I guess. But it's a plant.
Oh, there you go. See, it's like you never. What is solid ungulate? What does that one mean again?
Solid ungulate. It's a animal with a like solid hoof instead of a split one. Like horses.
Wait, what?
Basically, one giant nail instead of two nails on their feet.
Ew.
Like what horses have.
Oh, okay. So when you're going, instead of saying, oh, you need to shave down his hooves or hooves, depending where you come from, you're saying, oh, you got to shave down their saladundalale.
Yeah.
Okay. Saladundalale.
So like,
and then everyone's going to look at you like, bro, what the hell was that? Hooves? You talking about them hooves? Okay.
It's like a black preacher trying to speak in tongues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I said, saladundalale. Oh, I'm done.
Like, it's pretty straightforward. Ungulate is just a hoofed animal, and solid means it's a solid hoofed animal.
Solid undulate.
Yeah.
Okay, now that makes sense. Because you with your accent, you're like solid undulate. Solid undulate. Anyway, congratulations to Zyla Avant-Garde for kicking ass and taking names on the spelling, because spelling is hard. I'm just being real. That's a hard thing to do. You got to sit there.
I was spelling championship in preschool. I was the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
No one cares, T. No one cares.
I spelled restaurant in preschool. That's hard to spell, man.
Restaurant is hard. I still misspell that to this day, bruh. I'm telling you, I still cannot spell that one right. I always put the U in the wrong spot.
And Zyla did also have another record breaking that hadn't been mentioned yet. I just thought it was cool. But she already holds 3 world records for dribbling multiple balls at once, and has appeared in an advertisement with the NBA megastar Stephen Curry. Curry? I don't know.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Yeah. So she's already got a record for dribbling basketballs as well in NBA commercials, and now she's won. She's the first non-Asian to win the spelling bee in 15 years or so. So I mean, it's pretty impressive. The first African American to ever win it as well, which is also another major thing.
Interesting. I mean, multiple balls at the same time. I don't know. It's just, I'm done.
She holds 3 world records for it, so it's got to be serious.
It's funny. Kiki of 5 said, we're talking about Haiti so much or too much. Now David has an accent. Yes, he's like, I'm just waiting for the pipe to come out, you know what I mean? And his smoker's jacket to come out. Solid undulate. Yes, yes. But anyway, we got to jump into our next story. This is kind of a video that we need to take a look at because we only have a little bit more. We only got a little bit of time left. But this is something that I found kind of interesting. So, once again, Wendy Williams is on the chopping block. Here it is. Wendy Williams is everybody and their mom is trying to get her like they've been trying to cancel her ass for a long time. I'm just gonna say that for a long ass time. Every single time she comes on and she says something that is somewhat polarizing or controversial, suddenly Twitter goes completely insane and they try to cancel her. Now, there was a TikToker by the name of Swavy that was recently killed, all right? He was a pretty popular TikToker. Apparently, from my understanding, he was a good guy. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time type of situation. And he was killed, all right? And people are out here vouching for him, saying that he's how good of a person this guy actually was. Like allegedly he had a good head on his shoulders. This is the vibe that I've been hearing about and seeing about Swavy. So she goes on to her show to talk about this tragedy, and she does this.
I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavy is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavy is. Okay. Sus?
Nah, it's not my cup of tea that I got going on right now.
Well, he's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me. 2.5 million.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
Well, as my son Kevin would say, no one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved. So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning.
Okay. You heard it. You heard it all here. I'm going to roll the beginning of this one more time, because I want you to hear how she starts this conversation. One more time.
I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavy is?
Now, here's the thing. So she goes out of her way to sit here and say, I have no idea who this person is. She makes it known to say, I have no idea who this person is. Nor does she even care, it seems like. Right? Then she goes straight from that. She goes, everybody clap if you know who Swavy is. Only like 3 people clap. And then after that, she goes into numbers on TikTok, saying, oh, he has more followers than me on TikTok. Oh, but then her sidekick's like, but no. You have more on Instagram, maybe not on TikTok, but you do have more than him on Instagram. Clap, clap, clap. All about numbers and how much clout that, who has more clout. Then as soon as she says all this stuff, she looks at a photo of him hard, reading him. And then she turns around, rolls her eyes, and then says, well, he's been murdered. What? Where's the respect for this person's life? He was murdered. This man was murdered. This young man was murdered. And like I said, from my understanding, this was a good kid. This was actually a good kid trying to do some good things for his community and in his community, allegedly. Okay? Again, allegedly. But now she goes out of her way to say that kind of stuff. And she's on the chopping block. Now there's a lot of people sitting there going, please, cancel her ass. What do you guys think on this? T.
Wendy Williams, I've never been a fan of her, ever. I mean, since the 90s when she was just talking trash excuse me, on everybody. She's always been a queen of gossip. Someone who doesn't care about anyone's feelings, but just projecting her misinformation or disinformation out there to the world, just for likes and just for the fame, and now, of course, money. At her age, post-divorce, she's very miserable. So for her to say what she said about Tabitha Brown and her husband last week, and for her to parade the death of this kid on her show, like, I don't know who this guy is. Why is he important? Like, he's a young kid that passed away who was just living his life dancing all over Instagram and TikTok. Why would she open up this segment to her audience the way that she did? Like, no regard, no condolences to the family at all. It was very, ill-advised for her to do it this way. For somebody who is a mother herself of a young man, she should understand if this happened to her own child, would she like someone else to, put out, who he was in the way that she did on her own son? So I just don't appreciate her lack of humanity, her lack of empathy for what happened to this young man.
Yeah.
So
David.
I just agree with that for the most part. Yes, I don't really have much to add, but like he said, I feel like she was going in this intentionally trying to defame him, basically. Like, you know, she starts with like acting like she doesn't know what TikTok is or whatever, and then pretending she doesn't know who he is or whatever, even though obviously she does, because she's really clearly bitter and jealous about it. But so she acts like she doesn't know who he is, doesn't know what TikTok is, and intentionally kind of makes the audience like, I guess, like show that by getting them to clap before she tells them to clap only if they know him. And like, it's like she was trying to make him look terrible the whole time. And then when she actually shows the picture, I mean, borderline sociopathic the way she looks at it, and then just says that then she mentions that he's dead. And she kind of seems annoyed at that fact more than anything, that he was more successful than her and died more successful than her. I mean, it doesn't matter how popular he is on Instagram at this point. I mean, he's gone. And yet she's still acting like that's a big deal to her, as well as her pointing out that she was, I guess, trending more on one specific social media. Like that's a big deal that matters in front of somebody's death. I mean, it's just petty and vulgar, I think.
Yeah. I mean, she's clearly a sad person, you know? And it's funny because you could tell when it comes to certain shows, especially hosts of a certain show, when like the thrill is gone, they have no spark. They don't like doing what they're doing, but they signed on for a certain amount of years, so they got to keep moving so that they can secure the bag. They got to go through the motions, etc. And then you see something like this, and you're going, clearly this woman is not happy. Clearly this woman is rotting from the inside with her own demons, her own BS, the stuff that she's put into her body, the things that she has said about other people, how she's treated other people, etc. So when you see a clip like this is not surprising to me, because this is the Wendy Williams show. It's nothing but gossip and venom. That's all it is. It's her being able to have a platform and talk a whole bunch of mess on people while her whole life is in shambles, or while she is a mess, right? Like Ner just said in the chat that she really did shoot her shot at Gary Owen live on the show. Just straight up, just was like, hey, we should go out to dinner right in front of everybody, right? But that's Wendy Williams for you. That's who she is. That ain't going to change. This is exactly what she's been doing since the dawn of her getting onto a microphone and talking. This is what she gets paid to do, is to just be kind of a mean son of a gun. And what T said was beautifully said as well. It's, you're a mother too. Why are you looking at the loss of this kid's life, rolling your eyes? Because if you lost your son, you wouldn't be rolling your eyes, and you would expect every single person, whenever they reported that death, to have some respect, to talk about that, your child, respectfully, not this whole hard look, scan the picture, roll your eyes and go, oh, well, he's dead now. Like, what? Now, I guess she has her own style, all right? She has her own flavor when it comes to talking about any topic on her show. But this was tasteless, yo. This was completely tasteless. And I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't blame Twitter going in on her right now. But here's what's funny, is that she's going to go on to her platform. If it becomes big enough, she's going to go on to her platform. She's going to do her Sabi, I'm so sorry apology, and we're going to keep it moving. She's going to keep it moving, and she's going to keep talking the way she talks. Nothing's going to change. She's been on this platform for however long. It would have to be a much bigger scandal for her to be knocked down. T, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to answer your question. I think she's been at least on the Wendy Williams show on TV probably since the early 2000s, possibly. But she's been in the radio since the 90s.
Yep.
So she's always had this gossipy, style of like, here's the dirt that's going on, and it's not even like the fact that, it's something that's valid. She just makes things up.
Oh yeah.
Or she just comes at it from an angle that's just like hate. I'm like, why would you even follow somebody who spits out that much venom?
Yep.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, and like I said, it's her. Ryan James, that's exactly what I was trying to talk about earlier with the hosts. You could just see that the life has been sucked out of them, like Ellen. Ellen hasn't cared about her show for years. You can see it in her eyes, especially now more than ever after the scandals that came out about how she's treated her employees and the staff like crap and all the allegations that have been floating around and stuff. So when she came back after all those allegations, you could see it in her eyes. She's just like, I want to get the hell out of here. I don't like doing this anymore. I want to be free. And I think it's the same thing with Wendy Williams. I feel like somebody needs to take the show like Old Yeller, you know what I'm saying? Or like Of Mice and Men, take Lenny out into the woods and go, look at the flowers, bang, and just kill that show. Just kill it. Put it down. You know what I mean? Put it out of its misery. Not her, but the show. Just put it out of its misery. She could easily do a podcast and she'd be doing just fine. Real talk. She could do a podcast and do the same ish, and she'd still be secure in that bag. You know what I mean?
I was just looking at the view count and like the likes and dislikes and comments on her actual story on YouTube, and it's like 4.4 thousand dislikes as opposed to like 2,000 likes.
Yeah.
So people are going in on her right now on there about how she was so crude and insensitive, and that how could her followers clap and laugh in the audience after her? Like,
ooh. So here's the thing though, T. Just to respond to that, I don't think that the audience knew what they were walking into. I honestly think I don't want to throw the audience under the bus, because here it is. As a host, as a good host, you have a responsibility to steer your audience in the right direction. What she did was like this Kansas City shuffle. We all thought we were going right, and she went left. You see what I'm saying? She did this whole crazy thing, and it was like, what are you doing? And then that's why when she said, well, he's dead now. He was murdered. He's dead now. The audience was like, oh. They were shocked because they were like, wait a second. She took us this way. Yeah. Now we over here? Dude, like, because she thought, because the audience, I'm sure, was expecting some crazy scandal. You know what I mean? Oh, he got in trouble because he's got 17 baby mamas or something like that. And it didn't go that way. She just hit the, oh my God, turned that car so hard left that everyone was like, whoa, we're going this way? Wait. So you could hear it in the audience. They all gasp out of shock because they didn't expect that. And like I said, before, Wendy Williams is known to be that person to shock and awe. But that was tasteless. As a host, you have a responsibility to steer your audience in the right direction and do the job right. That was sloppy commentary on her part. And it's all because she's a trap. And that she probably was creating a trap. For sure, David. For sure. But she has a responsibility. She did that tasteless. She's been talking crazy stuff lately because she's all mad because she ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? She ain't getting she ain't getting her daily dose of the vitamin D as often as she'd like it to be. Let's be real. So she's going after people like Tabitha Brown, who seems to be in a happy, healthy relationship. She's going after all types of different people because she's feeling some type of way right now because she's not getting the attention that maybe she used to get in the 90s. Smashing all these hip-hop artists and R&B singers and stuff. See what I'm saying? Kiki of 5 has a very good point. Has no one ever checked her? Plenty of people have. But she always comes out on top. Real talk, because she has that following. She got people that love her ass. A Lady 747 just said, I love her. I love her rise. I love her rise to success. Hey, I'm all about a black queen killing it and rising to a top tier level of success. But you have to be wise with your power. You have a responsibility when you get to that level. And if the entire thing is just you knocking people down or doing tasteless acts like this, man, you don't need to be having that power. You need to be stripped of that power. Real talk. There's plenty of other Wendy Williams out there, trust me, that are just as talented, younger, and have a lot more energy and positivity than her right now. But anyway, we got to get going. That is the show, y'all. That is the show. Look at that. Look at that. We did it, y'all. That's 1 hour.
It's the first time your short shows haven't broken 2 hours.
I know, right? I usually go, I got to do the, I only got to, I'm gonna be short today. I got things to do, and then next thing you know, 3 hours later, I'm like, hey, gotta go, guys, and everyone's like, Pascal be lying all the time, telling us about he's gonna be done it's gonna be a short show, but I'm dead ass today. I'm dead ass. You know what I mean? But before I get going, very important announcement. I will be on tonight. But I will not be on the Pascal Show channel. Excuse me. I will be over on the Red Sings the Blues channel. I'll be on live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The show is called, or the channel is called Red Sings the Blues. All spaces between each word. Okay? Be sure to tune in tonight. I'm getting interviewed. Not something I'm used to doing. I don't get interviewed very often, but I'm going to be interviewed tonight. I'm actually very excited about it. It should be a good time. We're going to have a good discussion. I have no idea what he has in store for me in this conversation, but we're going to have a good time nonetheless. Okay, so be sure to tune in tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time over at Red Sings the Blues. And then, be on the lookout because I got some pop-ups that are coming up here in the next few hours. I got some really great stuff for y'all. So be sure to look up these. You don't want to miss these. Okay. Oh, and also, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out my other videos that I did yesterday, because I kind of cranked out a few back to back to back. So be sure to check those out. You definitely want to see the one with the dude at the front porch. It's hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen something like this in my life. And I watched it, so you gotta check it out. You know what I mean? Will you be late, Pascal? No, I mean, it depends on him. Zozo Bob, it depends on what he got up going on. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll be on time at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure to go over there and check it out and be a part of the conversation. Like I said, I got some more pop-ups coming out here after this show, so be on the lookout for them. There's one that I'm sure you don't want to miss. Simping ain't easy. That's all I'm going to say. You definitely want to see this one. But anyway, all y'all stay safe. David, T, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
Thank you. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Short and sweet.
Spelling Bee champion, I thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes. Oh, you are not. Shut the hell up. You better sit down somewhere. You better sit down with somewhere with that mess. You know what I'm saying?
Rematch.
Yeah, rematch my ears. You're going to get annihilated. That's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. With us, we got to be allowed to have like one letter off. Because, we grown. We that part of the brain isn't like, those pistons aren't firing like they used to be. You know what I'm saying? We ain't 14 years old. Reading thesauruses and dictionaries all day long. You feel me? David?
I don't know.
He's like, I don't care. I don't even know what's going on. I want to get the hell out of here. So do I. So anyway, T, David, thank you guys so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to tune in tonight. Thank you, Chuck Diesel, for putting in the link. And hey, real quick, shout out to the mods. Thank you to all y'all. You guys are really incredible doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Playing full court press on these comments and stuff. I really do appreciate it. And again, the link to the interview is on the what Chuck Diesel just posted for the Red Sings the Blues interview tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So tune in. Okay, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in these other pop-ups. Go and enjoy them. Go watch those other videos too. Been working hard out here in these streets. This is the Pascal Show. Bye. What was that? What was that again? Saladungulate. Whatever. Arrivederci.
This is Michael with Wildlife Command Center. Let me tell you a little bit about Wildlife Command Center's extraordinary cash quest. There's $10,000 up for grabs. 12 of these boxes, with $100 in each one, are hidden around the St. Louis area. You find 10, you qualify for the $10,000 grand prize. You get to keep the $100. So, get out there and look and find the treasure in Wildlife Command Center's extraordinary cash quest.